wouldn't be here, you know? And self-development can be different things, right? It could be books, it could be podcasts, it could be videos. It's not just it works. And this is where I got in trouble. I was just doing it works all day long. J. Hooper, J. Hooper, J. Hooper, J. Hooper, right? Like shower, listen to it, right? All day long. But I forgot about the other part. Like, are you growing as a person, right? So the leadership skills, how to talk to people, learning psychology stuff. Like there's so many books out there. Like I actually have albums in my team page, just self-development, okay? And so I'm gonna have these ladies talk about how self-development had to be a part of their life.
All right. Hey, when you guys got started in this business, did you know about self-development? Put your hand up if you already knew about it, if you're familiar with it, if you're doing it every day. All right, so not that many. I didn't either. It was not something that was important. And for the first 2 years of my business, I've been in it a little over 4 years, I didn't do it. I had people saying, you need to do self-development, you need to read that book, you need to spend that time pouring in yourself. And I was like, whatever, that's a bunch of, I would rather be doing IPAs. I didn't consider that an IPA. You guys, it's an IPA. You need to be doing it. If you don't fill your cup up, you're not going anywhere. So I went through some really hard life changes after those 2 years. I went through a divorce, and I've got 2 little boys. And if it was not for the self-development I was doing, I wouldn't be here. I would have quit a long time ago. I wouldn't be doing as well as I'm doing. I am so, so grateful for that. Now, here's a quick tip. We learned this in Victoria, BC, a couple weeks ago. And I started implementing this, and I cannot tell you how much it's changed business and life, and people are attracted to me like way more now, coming up and asking, what am I doing differently? What's going on with you? I notice it in your posts. I notice it when you walk into a room. So, for the first 30 minutes of the day, I'm not picking up my phone except to turn that alarm off. And what I'm doing is I'm going downstairs, I'm opening up a devotional, I'm spending time in the Word, I spend time praying. I have a prayer journal now. I write down all my prayers, all those things I want to remember. I write them down and I focus on them, I meditate on them, I pray about them for solid 15, 20 minutes after I'm done with my devotional. And I cannot tell you what not being on social media for that first 30 minutes does for me. It's been huge. I'm starting off on the right foot, and the energy is just good. And then I go into my day, I start listening to something on Audible while I'm getting ready. Get on a team power hour after that. And then get my kids ready, and then I'm going to my social work job. And I can't, again, my interactions with patients, with people on social media, they are reaching out because they're seeing that change. So pour into yourself. People notice. Huge, huge, huge.
Okay, this is so huge, you guys. I like didn't even know what to say. I was talking about it free. I'm like, I don't even know what to say because like I truly feel like I have been given this gift of not only just joy but perseverance. Okay, because like how can you not have that as a gift if you lose a child at 37 weeks pregnant? Like there's just no way you would want to live after that unless truly God gave you the gift of perseverance. So I know that I was born that way. I was raised that way. Like every birthday cake I ever had said, well, happy birthday, you were the best. Like it just was instilled in me, but I still have, moments where I'm like, am I a good leader? Like, who am I? Like, even when she was like, do you want to be on the panel? I'm like, I'll wing it like my eyeliner. Yeah. I don't know. But I think for me, personal development, like growing myself, like pouring into myself, that's why I'm going to Vegas, for women in network marketing, like, because I'm like a sponge, y'all. Like, I'm a blue personality. I'm purple. I can be red, but I can do like anything if you just tell me what to do. So I like to like follow people and learn from like what's working. Like if that's working, like tell me what to do. I'll like adapt and do it. And so for me, that has been why I'm in for 8 years, even when all my team disappeared and I lost a child and I was done and I was down and I was out and had to leave her father and it was like worse, like I was out. Is because I got connected. Because I made new friends. Because I was able to reach out and just have that sideline. My best friend in this, my original like Me Too boo girl that like was my like best friend is a sideline. She like we make no money off of each other, but if I did not have her like calling me when I was in the bed for weeks, like not eating, like being like, get out of the bed right now, I'm going to come down there and get you out myself, I would not, so like making that connection, they pour into you, they believe for you when you can't, they speak life into you. And again, I go back to like Cindy Pentecost, like y'all just, getting the books and doing devotionals and that is so important. But like that sideline person can step in and stand up for you when you can't, or when you don't feel like it, or getting to an event like this, getting your cup filled. Like that is so important and has kept me in for this long, even when I wasn't maintaining, I was barely working, I was so far removed, I did not even maintain Ruby, okay? So that is key, truly, like getting to events, learning, even after all these years. I mean, I'm still here today and I'm learning things I've like never even thought about, where I'm like, hello, like why didn't I think about that? Duh. So it's just so key to growing yourself. And also, if you want to be a leader, like leaders show up. Like leaders show up, they are at the events, they like have bells on, they're ready, like they're taking notes, like just with everyone else. Like, so that for me has been what has grown me, but kept me here and believing. And I still have the vision for the future, even when for the moment, I'm like lost and wondering like, wait, what is gonna happen? I still know, like she said, I'm a lifer. Like I'm ride or die, this is it, like this is where I'm supposed to be. So I think that's just key to like what has kept me going after all the life that I've had.
So what they said. Okay, so self-development for me is sort of newer, honestly. I also went through divorce. I have 2 young boys, so I became a single mom, and that was like a really big transition for me. And so that got me into depression and all that. And then I started self-development. It's really when it started at, and that was in summer of 2017. I just really started because I was in a marriage where I just heard negative things about me, about everything, I wasn't worthy, all this stuff. And so it really got to me, obviously, as it would. The one person who's supposed to be your life partner is telling you all these bad things. So anyways, I kept hearing from people, just read a book, listen to YouTube, like whatever it is, and I was like, no, it's not gonna be enough. We all have our downtime. Like when we go through things, life is always gonna happen. You're not somebody that it's just not gonna work for. I promise you this. Whatever you're going through, whatever you've gone through, it's gonna help you. I got back up, I got my confidence back, and then I was a part of the Las Vegas 9/11 shooting, and it was things I saw and I heard, and just an experience that will forever be with me. And as soon as I was up, I got back down again, and yeah. So self-development for me, it's really not self-development exactly, but it's what helped me become and who it helped me become. I realized that I am worthy, that I'm not the only one going through things, and that just by picking up a book and hearing somebody's story, because if you think that successful people don't go through things, that life doesn't happen to them, you are so wrong and very naive, because life happens to all of us. And it's your job to get back up and become the person that you want to be. You're the only one that can make yourself happy. You cannot depend on anybody else. And self-development has really made me believe that. I love myself. I love where my life is going. I affirm it all. And like what I have now is because of all of that. So.
Yes. Okay, really quick, I just want to say, y'all have to share your story. I have so many people that are like, I don't have a story. My little 21-year-old distributor, who's basically a single mom of a 1-year-old little boy going through nursing school, working 2 jobs. She's like, I don't have a story. I'm like, you just told me your story. Like, what? So, but the thing is because the devil wants us to feel alone. He wants us to feel isolated. He does not want us to live our true calling and to follow our true purpose, to change lives and impact people. So by making you feel like no one can relate to you, no one feels this way, that's embarrassing, like, no, he isolates you. And that's what he did to me after, I'm not the only person who's lost a baby, a child, went through that. But I felt that way. So I didn't share. I didn't, reach out. So I just really encourage you guys, whatever your story is, share it. It will connect you with people. It will bring the people into your business that are supposed to be there. But most importantly, that's what's changed my life, is just from me sharing my story, what I went through, being real, raw, open. You know, don't be Debbie Downer, but just being real about my struggle with grief and everything has what's been the greatest thing. And like truly God has used that not only just for his glory, but to help me live this true life that I get to live. So please share your story. It's like so game changing.
So absolutely on that topic, a book called Fervent, add that to your list. It's going to talk about prayer journaling. It talks about how the devil tries to attack you. And you guys, you're going to read that and be like, wow, that's what's happening in my life. And it's going to tell you how to pray about it. And you're going to write those things down, and then you're going to pray about it every day, and God will move mountains. So just remember that. Fervent. It's by Priscilla Schreier. Yeah.
My favorite, you guys, is The Last Arrow. Has anyone read that or listened to it? Is it awesome? I wouldn't be here today talking to you guys at all. Like my business went through some really hard things this year, and God put in my heart, and Mary Beth, like there was like this book club thing. She's like, hey, get this. I'm like, okay, Amazon. Okay, and so The Last Arrow, and Denise Walsh has a journal. Guys, I always thought journaling was stupid. Like I didn't do it as a kid. I'm like, I've got time for that. Like, for real. And between the two, there is just something about putting your dreams and praying for certain things, like, and you're putting it out in the universe. You guys, things, like, I get goosebumps because, like, the things that I was putting down was happening. Like, wow. So, The Last Arrow and journaling. I'm gonna, like, have a question for you guys. Who has hit a funk or is in a funk right now? Please raise your hand. Okay, all hands will probably come. Okay, funks are part of the business. We don't talk about it too much. Okay, so they happen, you guys. And the more that you're with this business, two things that will get you right out of one. Okay, self-development and start messaging. There is nothing that fills my cup more because I'm a yellow. And I get a mama in my inbox saying that she needs this job more than anything else, that she needs to come home. Okay? So get out of your own way. Go change something. Go do some self-development. Okay? We're all busy. The audibles exist, right? You always have to drive somewhere, you gotta shower. Just utilize your time in an effective way. Okay? So IPA, we're gonna brief this up a little bit, okay? Duplicatable systems. If you don't have any, figure it out. Okay? What are you doing on a day-to-day basis? IPAs, break them down. If you are not signing customers, you're not signing distributors, you're in a funk, this, and this, right? It's because you're missing something from your IPAs, okay? So messaging, adding, interacting, posting, self-development. I probably missed something. And growing your network, okay? So it has to be a unified system, okay? And then just do more of it. Who has signed a customer and who has signed a distributor? I can't know. Who has signed a customer and who has signed a distributor? Raise your hand. There is nothing different between you and I. I've just done it longer and done more of it. Okay? You're all ambassadors. Scream it out right now. I am an ambassador. All right, so I will lead it off on that. Just a really quick tip. Who is doing power hours? Okay? I've been around in the business long enough, and I used to not talk about it, when things went down a little bit. It's not as busy with the seasons, right? I'm like, well, if I don't talk about it, maybe it doesn't, happen. Okay? But here's the thing. Holidays and summers, it never fails. They go a little bit slower. And it has nothing to do with our products and that people don't want to make money. It's that us distributors slack off. Okay? We get busy and we don't know how to manage our time. Okay? Okay? And so here's the thing. Summer's around the corner. It takes 21 days to form a habit. 21 days. I started power hours in the morning. 6 a.m. Pacific time. I don't like it. Okay? I'm not a morning person. I'm a night owl. I always have been. But there's something about leading from the front, getting on Monday through Friday, 6 a.m. Pacific. Okay? If you don't start it now, what happens during summer? Vacations, weddings, anniversaries, basketball games, the lake, the ocean, right? What? Are you going to stop in the middle of being on the lake on a boat? Oh, I need to go do my IPAs real quick. I forgot to do them. Right? You're not going to. And what happens? You're going to get home. It's 11 o'clock at night. You're tired. The kids are cranky. Right? And you're like, I'll do it tomorrow. So if you do not learn how to do morning power hours, you will tank in your business. Okay? So I want you to really think on that. And don't expect another leader to go host them. If they're not doing it, you go do it.